as you're thinking through how you're going to market and how you're going to brand your company and whether the investment is worth it. Definitely worth it, because just look at who the winners are and what do they all share. They all share a strong brand. You may not like the brand because you may know something or a lot of things about what the company stands for behind the scenes, or it may not line up with your values, but they have tapped into something that connects with the wider market, and it's not just cheap prices. Price alone isn't going to win in a competitive market. You have to have the branding. Look at the dispensaries that are turning into dispensary chains. And yes, they're all kind of bland and they're all kind of the same, but there is something highly professional, highly polished that is appealing to a large segment of the market, a much larger segment of the market than, you know, a lot of the mom and pop dispensaries that are kind of focused in an old-fashioned, and in this industry, old-fashioned might be 10 years ago, but on like an outmoded idea of what the cannabis industry is and what a cannabis user, the typical cannabis user is. These dispensaries that are successful because they have a broader appeal, because they have a very professional, you know, brand. They're polished, like I said, and modern, and not leaning into cannabis cliches, and it doesn't feel like you're walking into a 1970s dorm room with black lights. It feels like you're walking into an Apple store. And I know for a lot of people that are legacy growers and legacy sellers, they see this and they hate it. Unfortunately, this is what the market is wanting, and that's why those dispensaries are winning out. And so as you focus in on what can you do to, you know, modernize your brand, professionalize your brand, make your brand more appealing to your core audience, think about those lessons and how you can apply them. It doesn't mean I'm telling you to be like everyone else, but what I'm saying is, how can you take what you believe in, what your values are as a company, and how can you make that appealing, and how can you sell that to a larger segment of the market?